Hello, Just Too Good here, and today I'm taking a look at the LEGO Avengers Summer 2020 Wrath of Loki 4 Plus set. This has 4 minifigures, 1 big fig, 223 pieces, and retails for $60 in the United States. Now, my friend Tom Jurassic was able to purchase this for me early. This came out in Europe, but will be out in the United States, well, we're actually not sure when. We'll start with the Big Fig Hulk. This design is exclusive to this set, where we do have a smiling face print for the Hulk. That's the only variation. Other than that, it is nice to get a smiling Hulk in general, but I mean, it's also nice to get a Hulk with purple pants. We haven't seen this design in quite a bit. This does have those posable arms, if you don't know how these Big Fig Hulks work, which also have a separate hand piece. The arms themselves are connected via a Technic pin, but this whole body design is one whole piece. Still, I'm glad they didn't just repeat an older version of Hulk and that they actually gave us a new variant for this dude. The other exclusive minifigure of this set is a new Loki, and not by much. The only exclusive part is this torso. It does really annoy me that they still are using that face print all the way from 2012 that was for Lex Luthor. Like, come on, LEGO, just make a more Loki-looking face. Also, make a Loki helmet that has his hair coming out. That would be really cool as a new piece. We do have the staff, which is interesting how they used, I think it was the Elrond piece from 2013, and also this little round 1x1 tile with the hole in it. Actually, yes, I know this was used in the Mirkwood Elves set, or the Barrel Escape set to be more specific, and that was back in 2012. The back torso printing is nice as well, where they do use these softer style capes that I tend to prefer. It is one of those one-hole ones, which is actually pretty easy to put on. For the Captain Marvel minifigure, this is a new Summer 2020 design that also comes in the Helicarrier, and this kind of blows my mind. You see we have a new mask piece right here, which is new for Summer 2020. This isn't printing, but it's actual molding inside the helmet. Why can't they do this with Batman minifigures so we could finally have the eyes printed on? Also, this hair piece, this is actually a separate piece, where we do have an accessory hole up there. Can't wait to see what they use this helmet piece for in the future. And this is a rubber piece that you do get an extra of. Now, if you have it without the Mohawk design, again, I'm really curious to see how customizers use this helmet right here. And if you don't want to have the helmet at all, well, they give you her hair piece. That's really cool. Either way, the torso and legs are new for Summer 2020. And you can see her alternate facial expression right there. The Iron Man minifigure of this set is not exclusive. It was a design that was hard to find earlier this year, but then comes in a bunch of the summer sets, this being far from the cheapest. Either way, the design of this does have some really nice printing, and I like the use of the Invincible Iron Man helmet, even if it has less function with the visor. Underneath, we do have that face print that was introduced a couple years back, which does have that heads-up display as well. And the Thor minifigure is the same one from earlier in this year, and this design does come in that cheaper $20 set. But still, I do like this design with the back torso printing. I think in general, the torso printing actually looks really cool on this variant. The face print was used since 2017 Thor Ragnarok sets, where you can see those glowing eyes at the back. I do like how this one has a lightning bolt, which is actually a pretty cool piece to get in a version like this, but that's not anything exclusive. So the 3 separate builds of the set is Avengers Tower, what they call the Quinjet, and Loki's glider. For the Avengers Tower build, of course this is simplified as it is a Juniors 4 Plus set, though there are some really interesting and uncommon parts and even some exclusive parts to it. With the exterior, none of these doors open. There is this wall right here which you could knock over. That's kind of fun to smash with Hulk. On the interior, we do have a jail cell door if you want to access it that way, but this interior does have an open face side. This does have a nice printed panel piece that's exclusive to the set with Loki on the computer screen, printed 1x2 of the keyboard there, a little seat which you can rotate, as well as a coffee cup. Then to the left over here, just some extra details, but nothing too special. This clip right here can be a place where you can analyze Loki's staff. I do really like getting these round translucent panel pieces. These are actually pretty hard to get in this coloring. And on the exterior for the second level, I love this printed big tile piece. This tile is one of those round ones, and to have this as a print with the Avengers logo is actually pretty useful outside of this setting. So that's a really nice piece that's exclusive to this set. The only part of the second floor for the Avengers Tower is a small jail cell to put Loki inside. I like the use of these round plates in blue, which are exclusive to this set in that color. But either way, at the top, we have a small section to fix up Iron Man suits, where you could just kind of adjust this little arm right here, and there's lots of points of articulation, as well as rotate that platform. But that's it for the build of the Avengers Tower. Now let's take a look at those vehicle builds. For the Quinjet build, or what LEGO.com calls the Quinjet, I don't know. I don't associate the Quinjet with this color scheme or shaping. Even looking at comic versions, it doesn't really look like this. So I think that's just some creative liberty LEGO took, but it's not a big deal. It looks more like Captain Marvel's jet, as in the color scheme kind of matches her outfit. Either way, we have a nice printed brick that's exclusive to the set at the front. You could lift up the cockpit right here, fit Captain Marvel on the inside, and she fits rather snug. Also, there's a printed double cheese slope there, and you could push down the cockpit, and you can see, like I said, a pretty tight fit. At the side wings, they're pretty basic, but I do like their extra detailing, and I really like how you could actually fold them in different positions, where we have this hinge connection right here. So that's actually pretty neat. At the back, there's not too much else going down, or we do have these little engines propelling out the flames, but that's really it. So I don't have too much else to say with the build of the Quinjet, but let's take a look at Loki's vehicle. Loki's glider reminds me of the Green Goblin's glider from the Spider-Man Raimi movies. This color scheme and then how it's shooting out orange things. Well, it's a disc launcher, and you can push down on the discs there. I don't know. Is that pumpkins? So either way, you could just fit Loki in the middle there, and he fits rather snug, and this design also kind of looks like a face. You can see the two eyes, and then it has a little nose right there. I don't know. It's just a really interesting base that they use with this part right here, which is in other Junior sets, I would imagine. At the back, you could see some little engines or whatever, and yeah, very simple build, but not anything I would really associate with Loki, but I get it. Little kids would like to play with this. That's it for the builds of the set. Let's take a look at the packaging and the final verdict. For some reason, the front of my box looks pretty faded, and then if you look at the back, just like other Junior sets, it just kind of shows what's included. And there's 3 separate instruction booklets with this really adorable mini one right here, one for each build of the set, which encourages family building. And at the end, they even have an advertisement for the other Avengers sets, but all from earlier in this year. So overall, this is definitely for the juniors more than the older demographic. I mean, it is a 4+ set, but I think there's a lot of 4+ sets that transcend that demographic. Usually the cheaper, the better. This one's $60. It's actually one of the most expensive junior sets out there. $60 is, I think, the most expensive that they've had any junior sets. Now, there's some exclusive designs for characters, but they're not hard to find characters. Like, I don't know if there's still a Loki set on the market. Trying to think of it. Yeah, there really isn't. But still, it's nice to get a new variant of Loki because Loki's a pretty common character. Like, you could easily get one second hand. Same with Hulk. There is still actually some Hulk sets on the market from Endgame last year. But this is a new variant for Hulk. I like that. It's not a hard-to-find character, so you're not forced to buy this. But if you want a new outfit, you could get this. That's a pro. Now, there's some exclusive pieces as well, which are cool. But at the end of the day, if you are an adult collector, I don't know if buying this for $60 will really satisfy you. Because you're going to be buying it for some little pieces. The build doesn't really substitute that Avengers Tower that's coming out later this year. The Quinjet, while a cool build, isn't a Quinjet. And Loki's glider is probably the worst build of this set. So yeah, I think even in general, the value here screams $50. I think this should have been $10 cheaper. And even then, I'm just giving it that $10 raise because it has a big fig. So really, it should be a $40 set. Big fig, I guess, bumps it up to 10 more. And then now it's 60. That's too much. I think this is overpriced in that regard. So yeah, I like the exclusive pieces. I like the exclusive outfits. But with all things considered, I'd rate this one a C+. Kind of hard to justify at that $60 price. Though I think if you bought it, you won't be too disappointed because the build for the Avengers Tower is really cute. The build for the Quinjet's pretty fun. You get some exclusive variants. It's just that it does feel overpriced. So that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.